Hello and welcome back to Officina Virtuale. I'm Ivano and today we're going to be continuing our Pulley and in part design, mechanical design, and we can start with our hook. Okay. Clicking on the YZ plane, for example, we can sketch our hook. We can use our profile, and in profile we can sketch something like this is our first segment. Now left click and holding we can obtain this circle here. Left clicking and holding we can change the orientation of our second circle, and then we need another segment. As you can see here, we've got tangency, tangency and tangency. This is very important, okay? Now with all the elements selected, as you can see here, I can change the orientation, and as you remember, we've got these options here. This is rotate. We can rotate this element, and for example, we can make this vertical. Of course, we've got in our sketch this option, duplicate mode, so cancel. We can delete this with our undo selection, and selecting now this command, we don't want this duplicate mode. We want to rotate this element. And for example, we can say coincidence between this first segment and this second segment here. So coincidence, okay. We want coincidence between this and this, and so coincidence, okay. We want coincidence between this and the origin or this axis here, so coincidence, okay. We want as option we can select this point, as you can see, and I can change this orientation. For example, I can model my profile. Okay, so I want this as a condition vertical. Okay. And now we can fix this length. For example, let's say 5. We can fix this radius, let's say 17.5. Okay. We can fix this radius here, let's say 15, and we can fix this distance, this point and this horizontal axis, 55, okay. And as you can see here, this is our first profile, okay, and we've got an isodefined sketch. Is a constraint closed, okay. Now we can exit workbench and we can select our YX plane, for example, and on this plane we can sketch a circle. We can fix this position, coincidence, for example, within the origin of our 2D system and the center of our circle, coincidence, okay. We can fix this radius, this diameter, let's say 10 millimeter as diameter. As you can see here, we can change diameter or a radius, but for now we've got diameter, it's okay. And now exit workbench. As you can see here, we've got two different sketch. And now clicking on our rib, we can select our profile, and as a profile we can select our circle here, and as a center curve we can select this, preview, and okay. Now using our edge fillet we can realize our fillet here as a radius 5 millimeters, preview and okay. And we can even chamfer this edge here, and let's say 1 millimeter with an angle of 45 degrees, and okay. Now we need a hole. We need a hole perpendicular to our YZ plane. So we can do that with different, in a different way. For example, we could use pocket, but the best way to do that is with plane. So we can use an offset plane, and as offset we can select 5 millimeters because we've got this radius 5 millimeter, and clicking on OK. Now we can realize our hole on this surface, on this plane. So clicking on the surface and selecting our plane, we can sketch our hole. As diameter we can select 3 millimeter. We've got a problem because, as you can see here, we need to fix the position of our points. So let's sketch the correct position. For example, we can move this point and we can say coincidence between this and our Z axis plane, and coincidence, and we can fix this distance between this edge and our center hole. Let's say 6. Exit workbench. As you can see here, we need to select the last condition up to next and preview and OK. And now, as always, we can hide these 3 different planes. Right click, hide and show, and we can hide this plane, hide and show. And we can add material. For example, we can select a root and we can add, as always, painting and metal, silver gray, apply material and OK. And as always, we can save our file, let's say hook, and save and OK. As always, if you like this content, please consider to subscribe, share and so on, and please visit our shop. We've got a shop and the link is in the description below. See you soon.